Your life suddenly turns upside down. You're not yourself. People turn against you for no reason. Doors keep closing, and deep inside, you feel it. Someone did something to you, and then your mind goes there. Was it her? Was it someone in the family? Someone I trusted? But here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. In Islam, there is no surefire way to know who did black magic on you, unless it's confessed or proven. And accusing the wrong person, that's a major sin. It could destroy relationships forever, but don't let that shake you, because this video isn't about who did it. It's about how to protect yourself, how to break it, and how to take your power back spiritually, emotionally, and completely through Allah's help. If you've been feeling lost, blocked, or silently suffering from something no one can see, this might be the moment everything starts to change. People turn against you and you don't even know why. This is usually the first thing that breaks you. You didn't fight, you didn't lie, you didn't hurt anyone, but suddenly the people you were close to start pulling away. Their tone changes, their warmth disappears, and they begin treating you like the enemy. Sometimes it starts small. Short replies, awkward glances, strange coldness, and then it turns into something deeper. Accusations, blame, backbiting, even complete silence. And you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Why do they hate me all of a sudden? Why is everyone acting like I'm the problem? You start replaying every conversation, doubting every move. You overthink everything. And slowly, you begin to lose yourself. Your confidence drops, you withdraw, and you carry this guilt that you don't even understand. But here's the painful truth. This is one of the clearest signs of Sihr al-Tafriq, black magic that's done to destroy relationships. And yes, it's very real. The Quran mentions this specifically in Surah Al-Baqarah 2:102. They learn from them that by which they cause separation between a man and his wife. But it doesn't stop at marriage. It can poison your relationship with your mother, your siblings, your closest friends, even your children. That's why it feels so confusing, because deep down, you know nothing happened. You know they loved you. You know you were close, and now they can't even look you in the eye. This is how Sihr works. It doesn't just attack your life. It attacks the people around you. It isolates you. It breaks your support system, and it leaves you wondering if you're crazy, when in reality, you're under attack. But here's what you need to know. The goal of Sihr is separation, but the goal of Allah is connection, and what Allah joins, no magic can break without His permission. You start acting in ways that don't even feel like you. At first, you don't notice it. You're snapping at people, getting angry over things that never used to bother you. You feel more impatient, more negative, more disconnected, and in the moment it feels justified. But later you ask yourself, why did I react like that? Why did I speak to my mum like that? Why did I shut everyone out again? And that's when the voices around you start echoing what you're scared to admit. Your mother looks at you with concern and says, "You've changed." Your brother says, "You're acting cold." Your friend tells you, "I don't know what's going on with you anymore." But you feel fine. You don't feel like you've changed. You still pray. You still go to work. You still function. But everyone around you starts noticing what you can't see. There's something wrong. And it's not just stress. This is exactly how Sihr often works. Not through some loud, obvious collapse, but through a subtle emotional takeover. It twists your reactions, clouds your thoughts, and little by little turns you into a version of yourself that even you don't recognize. The scariest part. You feel normal, but everyone else feels like they've lost you. It's like your heart is being pulled in one direction and your soul in another, and you're stuck in the middle trying to explain something you don't even understand yourself. This is why Ruqya isn't just for possessed people or those seeing scary dreams. Sometimes it's for you. When you start seeing signs in your attitude, in your relationships, in the mirror. Everything you try fails for no logical reason. You work hard, you plan, you ask for advice, you even make dua sincerely. But just when things are about to work out, they collapse. Marriage proposals fall through, job offers disappear, friendships end, your health suddenly drops, and you keep thinking, why does this keep happening to me? At first, you blame yourself. Then you wonder if it's just bad luck. But eventually, it starts to feel like something is blocking your path. Everywhere you turn. This is one of the most painful realities of Sihr. It's not loud, it's not always dramatic. Sometimes, it quietly sabotages your success, again, and again, and again. And here's where people get confused. Everything, absolutely everything, happens only by Allah's will. No one can harm you unless He allows it. But when someone does Sihr, when they take your name to a magician, create a tweeze, or pour their jealousy into evil, they are held accountable for opening that door. They didn't create the result, but they chose the sin. They intended the harm. And on the day of judgment, they'll answer for it. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 2102, but they do not harm anyone through it except by permission of Allah. So if this is happening to you, it's if your efforts keep collapsing and nothing seems to be working, don't think you're cursed, don't think Allah has abandoned you, and definitely don't think the magician is more powerful than the most merciful, because maybe this is your test. And in Islam, patience doesn't just mean wait it out. True patience means trusting Allah even when nothing makes sense. It means crying in sujood, wiping your tears and trying again. Because your story isn't in the hands of magic, it's in the hands of the one who never lets a sincere heart fall. No matter how many times it's been broken, you feel emotionally numb, but you can't explain it. Sometimes the scariest part isn't the pain, it's the fact that you don't feel anything at all. You wake up, you go through your day, you smile when you have to, but inside, there's nothing. No joy, no sadness, no motivation, no spark. Your soul just feels blank. You don't cry in your du'as anymore. You don't feel connected when you pray. You hear people talking about peace, iman, and blessings, and you nod along. But deep down you think, I don't even remember what that feels like anymore. This is how Sihr works sometimes, not with screaming, not with dramatic signs, but with spiritual suffocation. It doesn't destroy your life overnight. It slowly disconnects you from your own heart. And the worst part, you can't even describe it to others. You tell them, I'm just tired. It's probably stress. But you know something deeper is wrong. You're not lazy, you're not weak, you're under attack. And the weapon is silence. But here's what you need to remember. Allah said in the Quran, Surah Al-Araf 7:201, indeed, when Satan whispers to those mindful of Allah, they remember their Lord, then they begin to see things clearly. Sometimes all it takes is that first moment of awareness to realize, I'm not broken, I'm under pressure, and I need to fight back. Not with force, not with panic, but with Quran, with patience, with quiet, consistent remembrance. Because when Sihr numbs the soul, dhikr wakes it back up. You start isolating yourself from the people who actually love you. This one creeps in slowly. At first, you just want some space. You stop replying to texts, you avoid phone calls, you stay quiet at home. Then it turns into something deeper. You start feeling annoyed by the people who care. You avoid eye contact with your parents. You cancel plans with close friends. You distance yourself from the people who want to help you. And when they ask, are you okay? You get irritated. You say, I'm fine. But deep down, you're not. And here's the painful part. You don't even know why you're doing it. It's like a part of you wants to be left alone, while the other part is screaming for someone to pull you back. This is exactly how Sihr traps its victim. It makes you detach from your circle of protection. the people who love you. The ones who remind you of Allah, the ones who would notice something is wrong, because the further you drift away from them, the easier it is for Shaitan to whisper, to isolate, to plant thoughts, to sink you deeper. And the more time you spend alone with those thoughts, the more lost you begin to feel. But here's the truth. You're not crazy, you're not toxic, you're not broken, you're under attack. And that attack is trying to separate you from everything that keeps you strong. The first step to healing is realizing that you can't do this alone. The Prophet said, Shaitan is a wolf to man, like a wolf to sheep. He takes the one who strays away from the flock. You don't need a crowd, but you do need someone. Someone to remind you of dhikr. Someone to sit with you in silence. Someone to say, let's pray together. Because isolation is where Sihr tries to win, but connection is where Allah sends His help. My dear brothers and sisters, if you felt even one of these signs deep in your chest, please know this: you're not weak, you're not crazy, you're just someone who's been struggling in silence. But maybe today, Allah wanted you to finally understand what's been happening behind the scenes. But don't make the mistake many people make. Don't try to find out who did it, because that's a trap. In Islam, we're not allowed to accuse anyone unless it's clear and proven. And if you guess wrong, you could destroy a relationship and carry a sin on your tongue that you can't take back. Instead of focusing on who, focus on how to protect yourself. Because the power isn't in knowing who. The power is in turning back to the one who already knows. So what can you do? Here are simple, powerful things you can start right now. Recite Surah Al-Baqarah in your home, or play it loudly on your phone or speaker. The Prophet Muhammad said, Satan does not enter a house in which Surah Al-Baqarah is recited. Even if you can't read the whole surah yourself, play it every morning. Let those verses fill your space. Let the words of Allah push the darkness out. Recite the last 3 surahs, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq and An-Nas, morning, evening, and before sleeping. These are the ultimate protection surahs. Pray your 5 daily prayers on time, consistently. And most importantly, don't give up. Even if the heaviness doesn't lift overnight. Even if the numbness lingers. Keep going, keep praying, keep asking, because no seer, no magician, and no darkness is stronger than one sincere tear in sujud. If this video touched your heart in any way, I want you to comment below this simple dua. Ya Allah, protect me from every unseen harm and surround my life with your light. It's short, but your comment might be the dua that reminds someone else to reconnect. And if you haven't already, click that like button, subscribe. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a space for people healing, searching, and coming back to Allah together. May Allah protect you, purify you, and replace every pain you've faced with something better. Ameen.